Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome to my channel. I am OHLEEN, and on this channel I talk all things Africa, all things female traveling in Africa, all things female traveling solo in Africa, all things female thinking about relocating to Africa. And in this video I want to start a conversation about what we're seeing more and more of, which is African countries offering their passports for free, or fast tracking citizenship, or aggressively inviting people to return back, those with an African descendant essentially. And I want to go into the details of what does it mean for the ordinary person and what does it mean for the local person of this country. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your comments as well. If you have moved, if you're thinking about moving, if you've noticed one or two things, please add it below so we can start having a conversation, or at least having food for thought, so we all have a good understanding of what this means and what it looks like in reality. Now, I'm sure you've either heard, you've seen, you've maybe experienced this wave of African countries offering their passports or their visas or their citizenships. Let's start with Nigeria. Nigeria has branded theirs door of return, and it's a spin, it's a reverse on the door of no return, which was the name that marked the last exit points for millions of Africans who were sold into slavery through the Nigerian ports. Nigeria is now inviting descendants to come back, and the program isn't just symbolic, it's offering festivals, investment opportunities, and even a pathway to citizenship for those of African descent looking to reconnect with Nigeria specifically. Then there is Ghana. Ghana has the year of a return, and this is probably the most famous of them all, and arguably, debatably, probably the most successful example to this topic or to this initiative. In 2019, Ghana launched a global campaign inviting people of African descent, any African descent, to come home, marking it 400 years since the first enslaved Africans arrived in North America. Over 1 million people visited, and this included celebrities like Idris Elba, Naomi Campbell. The list is quite long and it keeps growing. And Ghana didn't stop there. They now offer easier residency and even citizenships to those looking to stay. And one up from Ghana, they have recently announced a visa upon arrival, or no visa required for African nationals or people who hold an African passport. These are all positive rumblings to open up Africa, to open it up in such a way that it becomes one. Right now we are so divided. Tell me why it's more expensive to travel within the continent than it is to travel 12-14 hours. It's crazy, but we are improving and we are getting there. The results for Ghana have been notable. The country has received a massive uptake, is receiving a lot of positive media when it comes to their tourism. And this uptake essentially screams safe and ready. The country is safe and ready to take you and to host you, or to keep you, or to grow whatever it is you want to inject into it, which results in a massive tourism revenue, a lot of diaspora investment, and a cultural boom or boost, whichever way you want to look at it, in the country. Now, third on my list is Benin. Benin now offers citizenship to Afro-Brazilians. So these are descendants who want to return to Africa after slavery was abolished in Brazil. Many of these families trace roots back to Benin, which this program is essentially offering an emotional as well as a political reconnection and a sentimental reconnection as well to their roots, and reconnecting to history itself. Now, why would someone take up these offers? For the ordinary person, the benefits are actually quite a lot. To start off, it's a chance to reconnect with lost ancestry, which is something a lot of Americans are passionate about now. And this is also giving a lot of people access to dual citizenship. These are, people that may never have been born in Africa at all, or people that had parents born in Africa, but they want to reconnect back. Kind of similar to myself, I really wanted my Zimbabwean passport back again to reconnect to my roots. So besides the dual citizenship, you get to build new cultures. You get in touch with a culture that maybe you didn't know, or you didn't fully understand or immerse yourself into. And when it comes to business network and business opportunities, Africa is a ripe land. So when it comes to local investment opportunities, even tax incentives, it's all packaged within these initiatives. So it's actually quite strategic as well as it is sentimental and also emotional. It's all packaged in there. For the host country, the benefits are just as it's all quite strategic, and for the host country, it's all very significant as well. So heritage tourism brings millions of revenue, and returnees often invest in real estate or start a business or bring value, bring standards that are globally or universally recognized. And also it strengthens a country's cultural influence and also opens up new international connections. This is not just a culture mission, it's also an economical strategy. To be honest, when we look at history, this is not a new strategy, it's not a new thing. Countries like Ireland have done this before, calling people with Irish grandparents to get citizenships. Many Americans have Irish passports as a result of. Italy did something very similar, and they were very generous in their policy at the time. If you could prove Italian ancestry, even going back generations, you could claim Italian citizenship. Spain and Portugal did something similar as well. But I think for me, the key difference with the way Africa is doing it, as I said earlier, Africa is so divided, and this is really bringing us together, because in order for you as a host country to really reap the benefits, investment at some point starts to need to grow beyond just your country. It needs to benefit the neighboring countries, or it needs to access neighboring countries in order to make business easier. And we are slowly waking up to that. And besides business, Africans are so similar in so many ways. We're very diverse, but we're so similar. And it's things like this that we should really be looking forward to, this positive melting pot that really accounts and acknowledges who we are, but also taps into the strengths we have in our numbers, in our communities, in our diversity, and all else that I can't mention in this video without making it too long. But yes, I can't say all of the above without acknowledging the fact that local people still need to be looked out for in this process, in these policies, as they become more rooted. So for local people, opening the doors to returnees can possibly create pressure. The housing market starts to suffer, the job competitions start to become crazier, and sometimes culture either gets diluted or gets changed at a rate that people are just not comfortable with. All of this can create friction, which if not handled properly can lead to events or eruptions that then breaks the trust that has been built or the stability that has been built. So it's to everyone's benefit to make sure everyone is happy, if that makes sense, to make sure that everyone is catered for, those coming back and those that are resident, for on all levels, working, middle, upper, whichever way we want to define and categorize people if and when necessary. At some point, it's going to get beyond just getting a passport. It's going to become truly connecting and truly contributing to the local community and respecting differences, and also contributing to the economy in a meaningful way. I remember saying in one of my other videos about traveling or about thinking about relocation, essentially saying, before you do the big move, do a few trips rather than moves. And the trips can be long trips or short trips, just to test waters, to make sure that you build connects that are natural, that are organic, and that are genuine, and not that you seem like you're passing through, or you seem like you've just arrived. If you seem like you're passing through, you are rushing. If you seem like you've just arrived, you possibly look like you're a walking bank. You don't want those kind of problems. You want to build respectable and genuine, deeper rooted connects, and that takes time. Don't be in a rush. Do your thorough research. Take your time. If you're thinking about moving, do your research, test the waters, and do trial runs before doing a big move. I am always saying, I think the world is becoming a place whereby you can be a citizen of all continents if you want. So home can be more than one place. I really believe we're going towards that direction, and I say that to say anywhere you go there with the idea of excellence, go there with the idea of embedding and truly living and benefiting the locals as well as yourself. But peradventure it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the road, it's not the end of the world. There are many other opportunities, and that's what makes me excited about the future ahead, especially the future on the continent. Anyway, I have rambled. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. If you're still here, really look forward to seeing your comments and your thoughts on this and any other initiatives that are similar or that are upcoming, specifically on the African continent, and how people are utilizing them. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next video. In the meantime, please stay safe out there.